phone going off. I had to just come to you guys to drop some knowledge. I wanted to talk to you guys about just my hunch. Eventually, I'll do my Facebook Lives, um, but right now it's YouTube, and I hope it reaches who it needs to reach out to. But I just want to let you guys know. I work less. I'm a nurse, for those who don't know, I'm a registered nurse. I worked my 12 hours last night, came home with this burning drive. So, normally I do my Instagram posts. I did that. I woke up at about 12, and most people would be like, that's not enough sleep. But for me, I'm like, I do power naps because power naps eventually in the long run will lead to my success. Sometimes you have to make yourself uncomfortable. I'm okay. I'm not drowsy. If I was really like tired, I would take I knew you. And like I said, I swear by this. So I would take, my all natural supplement that has grape seed and apple fruit extract and calcium and calcium boost. I would just take it because that's what I swear by, and that's what gives me my boost. As a single working entrepreneur, um, the soccer mom, the strict homework mom, the fun loving mom, the cook, the nurse, the everything in one, because that's what you are as a mom, especially a single mom. But I do it. But I came to you guys notwithstanding that because I just had this hunch, and I've realized there are a lot of people that are unhappy with their in the moment. And I'm just like, I was that person. I graduated from college. I had 2 degrees, a bachelor in sociology, bachelor's in nursing. I had my 9 to 5 or my 7 to 7s, um, good career, good stability, but I wasn't happy. And me, I was able to pinpoint what it was because I'm like, I spent so much of my daughter's childhood away working to get these degrees. Then now I got these degrees, I have these degrees, and I'm like, yes, I have this, and it's a beautiful thing. And I thank God every day I have a career. Um, but I also have debt. And, it's also time. I'm like, man, I want to spend Christmas with my daughter. I want to spend Thanksgiving with my daughter. I want to spend every holiday with her because I cherish those moments because I knew what it was like to like not be around at those times, or I knew what it was like to miss a graduation because, I had this bigger picture, this tunnel vision that said I did X, Y, and Z. It would benefit me and my daughter. And it does, don't get me wrong, but there's more inside of here. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You got to be able to get uncomfortable. Yes, it's easy to go online, tedious, but it's easy to go online to fill out a job application, especially as a nurse. The more experience you have, the easier it is. And to get linked into another job. And you're going to get linked into another job, but is another job going to provide you that happiness? It will provide you with the money, but then you're taking away your time. And the time, if you're a parent, if you're a husband or a wife, time matters because, every time that you spend with your family or you lose, you can't get back. And I'm just like, okay, the more and more I dive right into my entrepreneurship, the more and more I dive right into my It Works company, the more and more I realize that this is what God has made for me. God will place things in your life, and you'll be like, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't an accident that I stumbled across um, this seller's page um, when um, Alina, 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 um, when I was first starting, it wasn't a coincidence. Like basically, my back end is when I was doing my engagement photos. The photographer that I used, he liked to post a lot of his pictures. I came across her picture, amazing. Likelihood on Instagram, you come across a picture and you click on the person, and I'm like, wow, her page is amazing. But then I saw that she sold wraps, and that was just, it opened another door for me, because I'm just like, one, I'm just like, I wanted to tighten and tone with my daughter. She I had stretch marks and loose skin and all that. I wanted to tighten and tone, just for my own personal self, and I wanted also to make money. I'm always about making money, but I'm not willing to sacrifice being away from my daughter. And yes, in the start of any business, anything, it's gonna take time. But my time can be spent at home, or my time can be spent with my daughter right alongside me. Trust me, she knows. She says she's daughterpreneur. So at the end of the day, I'm not losing time with her. And eventually I can see the payoff. I can see that, in a couple of years from now, I'm gonna be bigger. I'm like, oh, Ambassador Diamond. That will be me eventually, because I have that dedication. And I know what I have to offer. I know what my company has to offer. And I know how much God is over this. And when God is over, your life, when you pray over something, when you believe in it, and you can see the spiritual effect that it has on people, the emotional effect, the tears that people cry when they reach certain goals, when they make that $1,000 that they needed to um, pay rent the following month, or that $500 that it took to pay the light bill. Because everybody has their story, just because, you might be a nurse, or a coach, or um, a physical therapist, or a teacher, or a social worker, or working in McDonald's or Burger King. No matter what, everybody has a story. And it's just like, are you willing to step outside of your comfort zone? Are you willing to do something that not many people do? I mean, I feel like the world of entrepreneurship is growing, but are you growing with it? Are you onto it? Are you seeing the doors that it's unlocking? Because I feel like it's unlocking so many doors for me, and it's only been 5 months for me. Just my growth, my inner growth, um, is amazing. And just how I see the success that it has on people, like, is amazing. Like, but you got to get uncomfortable. Like, I'm reading this book, The Compound Effect, and it says something. What's your why? And I feel like that's big, because in anything, that your driving force is your why. My why, always forever going to be my daughter, because when she was born, I had nothing. Like, I literally raised her and worked my way through school. So I know what it is to work hard. But I'm okay with being uncomfortable, because at the end of the day, I'm like, my level of discomfort is going to continue to take me further. My story is going to motivate people. My story is going to push those who are like me to do more, to go out there and do something like this if that's what they want. If you want to be home with your kids, then join me. This is something that is bigger than me, it's bigger than you. Like, I'm a part of a $1 billion company, and this company is full of life, it's full of love, it's full of friendships. Like, I tell people, I don't sell it because I just want you to buy it. I sell it because I love it. I sell it because every day I use my products, the New You, the hair, skin, and nails. My mom loves stuff, and I just want everybody to share the love that I have for these products. I want to give people the opportunity of joining with me. That's another source of income from them if they want it, if they're willing to work for it. This opportunity is amazing. But one thing that I do know is that if you want instant gratification, if you want right now, if you want snap your fingers and it's there, it's not going to happen. And I feel like no millionaire is built overnight, over life. Billionaire can be built over life, but no billionaire or millionaire is built overnight. Nobody successful is built overnight. Um, you know, even if you think about celebrities, like look at Tyler Perry's story. Look at where he came from. Think about Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey and what's the scene overnight? Like I can't even talk. Steve Harvey and his success story, living out of his car. Think about Kevin Hart, who says he got so many no's, but he was like, he's gonna be this, you know, powerful being, and he is through his talents. So you can't let no discourage you. You can't think about the norm. The norm, who cares about the norm? The norm is not going to get you where you need to be. If you want the norm, then you want your 9 to 5. You want easy. You're not going to push yourself. But if you're curious about, um, if you're curious about network marketing, for an example, and you're curious about making residual income, and you're curious about something that's larger than you, then that's what I'm just like. Join me, partner with me, because I'm going to show you this person, this introvert, this shy person, how I open up through this company, because I'm like, listen, I get to help people, I get to empower, I get to love on, I get to build friendships, grow into family. I get to share amazing products, and my daughter sees it. My daughter will cry tears, Mommy, this is what I want for us. Because why? We get to spend that time together. And I do it now. I overextend myself, but I'm like, you know what? The payoff. I always can see the end. You got to look at the end. I have my vision board in front of me, and I'm just like, look, so many people, they want the big house. And I'm like, yes, I want the house. And I'm like, oh, you're a nurse. You got it. No, I'm a nurse. I have debt. Let me tell you, I have debt. I have school loans. And um, with that said, I don't want a house if I can't afford it. I want a house when I know I have like $100,000 in the bank to help me pay for it. I don't like debt. I feel like a lot of Americans are like, yeah, well, debt is a way. I mean, that's just life. No, debt doesn't have to be life. I'm very big on cleaning off my debt, paying it off. You know, investing, investing in your future, having money to travel, go on trips. Your kids need to see what else is out there. There's life beyond that small box that we are kind of confined in. They need to see the world. That's where the learning comes. That's where the curiosity is piqued. Wow, there's life outside of this. And that's what I want for my daughter. That's what I do now. And I want to do more of that. Like I do dream of my big house. And I do dream of bigger things, things that are larger than me. But in due time, when I'm deserving, when my consistency has grown into something larger than me. So what I'm saying to you guys is you got to get uncomfortable. You got to be able to put yourself out there. You want something and it's bigger than you, constantly think about it, constantly live it. Self-development is huge. Every day I read. And if I'm not reading, I'm listening to my, if it's not my praise and worship, it's reading my Bible. I'm always filling my soul. I have a lot of growing to do. Trust me, I'm not perfect. But eventually, I see the payoff. I see it. No one else has to see it, but I see it. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what got me up and here at 112 when I could be sleeping to spread this message to whoever it will get to. Life is more than being confined to what you're used to. It is so easy to stick to what you know. But no, go outside of that. There's a world outside of that. It will make you uncomfortable. It will scare you. It will not be easy. But success, that great success, the success that you see celebrities have, the success that you see maybe President Obama has, You had to work for it. You have to work for it. And that's what I'm going to tell you. If you try to partner with me and you're like, oh, a month passed and you don't have any customers, did you work hard for it? Did you push yourself to your limit? Because if you did, then you surpass the easy and now you get to the challenging part, but eventually you'll get it. If 2 turn to 3 to 4, as long as you have the vision, you'll get there. You'll be greater than great. You just have to be consistent. You can't quit. You have to see it. You have to believe it. You have to live it. You have to tell yourself every day. Like, you can't afford to start up the business, then make cutbacks. Me, I've done that, and it pays off. I'm telling you guys, it pays off.